human beings start to be afraid of what they don't understand. This also applies to Bitcoin blockchain technology. Governments, banks, financial entities, all of them are corrupt and have been created in order to make you lose your money and assets. Transactions using the P2P system created by the blockchain technology having Bitcoin as the mother. And an example of this type of operation, take away much of the power of banks and governments and returns it to the ordinary people, to the simple people, without the need of the third part to mediate financial transactions. And that's the reason governments and banks are afraid of to use that power. Some of people think that Bitcoin and blockchain technology are enemies of government and banks. But I think that they can coexist together. And one thing to support the other. And both things get significant improvements about the future of kind of money and kinds of have. Paper money, stocks, and even commodities can stay in the past. The new money is digital, virtual, faster, practical, and doesn't close at 4 o'clock p.m. like banks. Cryptocurrency is that money. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dash, Ripple, it doesn't matter, or it doesn't really matter which one of them. The world is changing again as the result of technology, just as it happened with your internet, computers, smartphones, and that time. It's unstoppable. The world just needs to adapt to it. Technology is something unstoppable. Well, nowadays, millions of people around the world are buying cryptocurrencies as a clear sign that they have lost their faith into current money and also into banks and financial institutions. The most important of all, they have lost their faith into governments because they are corrupt. It's very likely that several governments around the world are just starting the cryptocurrency phenomenon right now. Governments and banks will have to adapt to it. They cannot simply kill or destroy the P2P system, the blockchain, and even cryptocurrencies as well, just like Bitcoin and other currencies. They're gonna have to mold themselves to it. They really gonna have to adapt. Well, governments and banks have to make it all evolve for the better. And honestly, that's what I think will happen. To think that it may never have any kind of regulation by the government is a mistake, because Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are capable of doing a massive damage in the economy of the country or even globally. China is an example of this. Last week they banned the ICOs, and after that the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies sank to the ground and brought panic to those who have investments on them. So you realize that cryptocurrencies can easily affect a country or the entire financial world. But the opposite is also true. Just like China, any other country can affect cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin as well, with norms and rules about money in the same way as China did by banning the ICOs. But just think about it now. We're not in a jungle with a bunch of animals. So if the government, banks, and financial institutions have to adapt to the new technology and to the new kind of money. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies were born free. And if it loses that purpose, if it loses that point, then the cryptocurrencies will no longer have the sense for which they were created to. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are free banking and free government control. And it's better, much better, if it continues to be like this. For all the world, for the first time in human history, we have achieved the perfect money. The one which really means to be a global currency, and much faster and much useful than old money. Well, as a CEO of Goldman Sachs company, I just believe that we are only at the beginning of a war that will undoubtedly be overcome by cryptocurrencies. Because it's impossible to stop technology. It never stops. It simply evolves. Technology has been like this since its very beginning on this planet over 2 centuries ago. And it will continue like this because it always evolves. It won't be different with the digital currency or digital money. Whatever it is, Bitcoin or any other. Okay, let me tell you something from the common sense. There's something that I have learned since I was a kid. Technology is something unstoppable. It evolves, always. That's something that happened with cell phones, to internet, to television programs, to everything. Since we have sent rockets to the moon, or since we have started it all with the microchips, the small microchips, so technology always evolves. And Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are based into technology. That's the very reason it's not going to finish. It's coming to evolve. It's going to evolve.